at the end of each one of these principles, there's a page with affirmations and a prayer. So here's some helpful affirmations for creating miracles. And we start with our number one. Whatever you're looking at that's driving you crazy or causing your fear, I am willing to see this blank differently. My Creator is all-powerful, all-loving, all-wise, and all-providing, and swiftly and generously responds to my every need or desire. Some of these words may feel false. It may be like, no, that's not my experience. Maybe I don't have that feeling that it swiftly and generously responds to me. Why is it important to do affirmations when it feels false? What do you think? How is it helpful?
Shift your belief.
Shift your belief, right? It's like planting seeds. So think of it this way. Planting seeds, we're not trying to put pink paint over your feelings. We're not trying to have you be deceptive with yourself, like, I feel this even when I don't. But affirmations are beautiful because it comes from a place of your mind that you haven't really engaged, which is that place of trust and peace and knowing and receiving and allowing. So when we say a statement like this, it's very, very positive and powerful. Not only are you inviting and invoking your higher mind, but you're literally saying, I'm looking at my illusion, it's scaring me, but I'm going to align with truth, and I'm going to just use this statement about my Creator being all-powerful, all-loving, all-wise, and providing, swiftly and generously responds to me. And maybe I don't know what that feels like, but bring it on. I want to know what that feels like. So now, though, we are like lining ourselves up in our awareness to receive that which is already ours. Okay? It's like, I always think of this idea that, if you had a king that was very wealthy, king and queen, and say, and you're the child, you're the royal, holy child. And they're so loving and they're so wonderful, and everybody in the kingdom loves them, and they have everything, and they have so much wealth, and it's all yours. You're the, inheritee, and it's all yours. But somewhere along the way you forgot, or you decided against your own well-being, and maybe you trundled your way out of the kingdom, right? So now you're tired and mopey and your pockets are empty. And so when you say a statement like this, it's saying, I'm ready to reclaim that which is mine, right? So we don't want to be in guilt or shame or sadness that, yeah, maybe we have turned it away at some point. But it's the Creator's greatest love that we would be home again, just as any parent. As we parent our kids in the flesh, our Creator parents us in spirit. And there's not one loving parent that wouldn't want their child happy and at home and at peace and in love, right? And to be so wonderfully and amply provided for.
Isn't that the story of the prodigal son?
Sure, right. So we want to know that when we're ready to be back home in our consciousness and back into our abundance consciousness, that there is nothing more joyful to our higher mind than to have that happen. There is no order of difficulty in miracles. So you can say that out loud when you're looking at something that seems so atrocious, Maybe your whole engine just blew up in your car. In fact, that just happened for Patty, She was looking for a job, and then now she couldn't look for a job because her engine blew up. So you can just say that out loud. There is no order of difficulty in miracles. And what that means is it's inviting that space that says, it's basically all at once saying, I'm willing to see this differently. I'm not going to lock onto this as how it is. I'm going to shift back over and let the truth be restored to my mind about who I am, what I deserve, and what needs to happen here. My perceived problem is the result of a misperception, and I allow all of my misperceptions to be healed for me. That's pretty simple, right? You don't even have to do the healing. Think how great that is. Like whatever your problem is, it's being caused by a misperception that you are having, but you don't even have to heal your own misperception. So that's really, it's like it's going to come on a platter, literally. So when we allow that thought that we're having about lack or despair or deprivation or withholding or delay, if we allow that to be healed, it can be done for us. In fact, it's the only way it can be done. Because remember, our own mind contributed to where we are right now. One of my favorites, I should call it Char's prayer because she loves it so much. Take this from me and judge it for me. Let me not use it for my distress or despair or whatever you want to call that. Instead, let you use it for the coming of my peace. So we're looking at something we do not like, we do not want, we are so frustrated about it, we can't even believe. We have to look at it again, like the parking tickets. Take this from me and judge it for me means I'm not going to judge this. I'm going to switch back over, go to truth. Let me not use it for my distress. Instead, let you use it for the coming of my peace, and you go on about your day. Now, it doesn't mean you don't address your parking tickets. You do what's in front of you to do, and that's in here too. You do what's in front of you to do without judgment. You don't judge it as good, bad, right, wrong. You just do it. If you got a meeting, go to a meeting. If you've got to go to the courthouse, you go to the courthouse. But what you do in consciousness is everything. What you do physically is almost irrelevant. However, if you do something physically that is opposed to what you're doing consciously, it will cause delay. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. We want to get out of these ideas that we're judged so harshly. We're the ones that judge ourselves, right? So if we can get out of the judgment, we can get on with our peace. So when we do these things and we say this and we do that and we think this over here and it's not in alignment, we're causing our own delay of our own happiness, abundance, and well-being. That's why we don't want to do it. It's not because somebody's going to thump us on the forehead at the end of the day. Our prayer for creating miracles. Dear God, I call upon your loving guidance. I am experiencing fear, lack, and or delay regarding money. I'm willing to remember that you are my all-providing source, not my bank accounts, not my employer, not my paycheck, right? Please heal any part of my mind that is in fear or is contributing to my experience of lack. I am willing to see everything differently. Please help me to remember that I am whole, complete, and abundant as you created me. I ask for you to decide for me about what I should have, how this should go, and what I should do, if anything. I am willing to trust you and allow miracles to replace all of my illusions. That's one of my favorite lines. Whatever my illusion is, whatever is driving me nuts and crazy, I allow miracles to replace all of my illusions. I dedicate this whole situation to truth, remember the side over here, where peace is inevitable. Thank you in advance, remember we thank because it's going to happen, for replacing my fear with your love and for handling my perceived problem for me. Let the truth correct all the errors in my mind. I am one with you and with your loving guidance. There is nothing to fear. Amen.